does work.
Yeah, but what the hell is Inbase for?
They're for something different.
Yeah, we don't know.
Something different. I don't have a book, so. No, back up. That's good.
I know what they're for. They're to go from that down to the pin.
Maybe. The jack stand down to the pin. To where? Welcome to YouTube, where we sell you stuff. It's going on the plastic. Alright, so Joe Dirt stacked up the tires. Now I got to pick them off the top by hand because he put them up there. He thought he was the Michelin tire guy or some shit, but I don't know. Anyway, what we're trying to do is find the center of the tire, and I think I've got it set that I can either put this tire on that side or that tire on that side. I like my valve stems on the inside of the tractor. I don't know why, I've always done it that way, but I've got the dish or the adjustable center so that it is in the middle of the tire, which will put the weight right in the middle of the hub, like where it should be. I'm doing that. I'm doing that because it's just the smart way to do it. I would like to have it actually a little bit farther in, but it'll hit the frame, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to get away without hitting the frame anyway. But what I do have to do now is actually remove these bolts here on the fender, and on both sides I got to move them inward so that they are not hitting, because the tires are a lot wider. The ones that were supposed to be on there were 14, I think they were supposed to be 14 9s, and they were 16 4s or whatever the hell they were. But these are 665 R28s. I don't know what the inch size for those is, but the rim is, I think, a 20. It's an 18. No, that's more than an 18. 28W18L. So it's an 18-inch rim. That's an 18-inch rim. This is like a 23-inch tire. It's more than a 20.8, because 20.8 would be a 580. This is a 600. So this is probably a 22-inch tire on the front. And these are the 710/70 R38s, and they're like 27 inches. So, yeah. Oh, God. You get your leg under that track, you're going to cry. Anyway, so he's going to set this tire down with a skid steer, and we're going to go ahead and do this. It will raise this entire tractor up about off the ground. It's going to raise it up about 3 inches. So it's going to give me like 2.5 to 3 inches of increased drawbar height. We've got the track jack here, which I haven't spoken about yet. The one thing that I don't like about the track jack is it did not come with any instruction manual. That kind of annoys me, but function of it seems to work just fine. But anyway, he's going to grab this and we'll get that on there. Right? Right. Just go right under it. Back out. Okay, good morning. Alright, so the beginning of the end. Alright, so putting these tires on, they're quite heavy. They're a little heavier than what the 42-inch 18442s that were on there are. And they were quite expensive, these tires. I opted to put new rims and tires on the tractor to widen out the stance and the flotation of this tractor and the traction. This tractor's going on the new stack wagon, or the Bale Runner 16K, which is already down in North Carolina. And we're just gearing up to get going, and I had to do this job. These tires just absolutely had to go on here. We've been dealing with a lot of rain, a lot of water. Lack of flotation is a pain in the ass when it comes to this particular tractor, because it'd sink in a little bit and then the sprayer the bottom would drop out. So we had to deal with that. So it was just a good executive decision to go ahead and purchase the tires and rims. They bought back my old tires and rims, gave me $1,500 for the old tires, which, to be honest with you, they had flat spots right down to I can't even believe he paid me for them. But, bought the rims back, bought the tires back, and I'm pretty happy that he did so. It was rather shocking that I got as much out of it. But still, all in all, it was $11,300 for the tires, $1,500 back. And I guess you guys can do the math. Was it $9,700 or some shit like that? So there you go. Now, the track jack, and I'm going to introduce it in the end, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on the track jack. So the track jack was given to me to use by a company up here in Canada. And you will see that on the label, because right now offhand I cannot seem to locate that. Now the reason that this came to me was because a fellow from the Netherlands, Holland, I believe they call it the Netherlands now. I would call it Holland, but Holland, Netherlands. He came out, Bram, and I'm not going to butcher his last name, but Bram. Is the dealer for TireJect in all of Europe. So if you're European and you're looking for TireJect, I'm going to throw that card up here in a minute. You're just going to have to give me a second. At the end of the clip, I'm going to go out to the truck in my underwear because it's kind of early morning. And I'm going to get that card with TireJect and his website on there so you guys can find TireJect. The product works very well. It just does work very well. All right, so with that set aside, I actually liked the track jack. So if you saw the tractor jump up and down a little bit, which you're probably going to see it do it again, you can feather that thing up, down, using the 3-point hitch. And behind I have the switch that allows you to raise and lower the 3-point the 3-point hitch on the back of the tractor, which makes it extraordinarily easy to put the tires on. Change you get it clipped on there, and then you can raise it up a little bit and turn the tire. So tire jack or track jack works great. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on it after I've used it for a while. But anyways, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest. Okay, so this is the European. This is where you can get TireJect in Europe. This guy's name is Bram, and I don't speak Dutch, but this is his website, www.TireJectNL, which it is going to be TireJect in Dutch, but that is how it's spelled. Hopefully it is in the right direction when I do get it posted here. Bram is a hell of a nice guy. He started using TireJect after watching my videos on TireJect, and he contacted them and said, "Hey, listen, there's no way to get TireJect in Europe. Do you think it's possible that I could become the dealer for it here in Europe?" And they came together, and this is what they came up with: Tire Sealant NL, www.tiresealant.nl, and that should put you right to his website, and you can purchase TireJect there. If you have ATVs, quads, you can even put it in car tires. Bram did it. Just don't do it with the ones with the sensors inside. The manure spreader tires, tractor tires, you've seen me do it. You can shoot your tires with buckshot, 38 revolvers, 22 magnums. It doesn't matter. Just don't use a 303 British, a 243, or even a 30-06. That takes too big of a chunk out of the tire, If you want to shoot your tires and you want them to seal up, or if you want preventative maintenance, if you're dealing with a lot of hedges and things that have stickery barbs like Osage orange, which we have here in the United States, you put that stuff in there before you ever get started. It does not work with inner tubes. It's 99.9% effective on holes up to 38 caliber. I can attest to that. I've done it. Yeah, shoot at them. It's okay. Put it in before you go to the field and you'll never have an issue. And that's just the way it is. So if you're in Europe, Tire Sealant NL, www.tiresealant.nl, and this is your man. Now, the Track Jack, like I said, I will be doing a full review of the Track Jack the next time after I've used it a while. Now, I really like it so far. It was a little bit of a bitch to set up because I didn't get an instruction manual. And I think there was a couple of pieces that were missing. So somehow, somewhere in customs, they removed the instruction manual and the piece that goes to the drawbar. Because there is a piece that goes to the drawbar which holds it from twisting as you drive it around the yard. If you have a flat tire on the road, on a paved road, and you need to get this tractor off of the road, you just put the Track Jack under there. Now, it's heavy. It's not something that you're just going to throw in the back of your pickup truck. It's going to take the front end loader of another tractor, put it underneath there on the truck, or take it directly to your tractor, put it under the tractor, raise the little bastard up, and drive it home. Put it in four-wheel drive and drive it home. Or if it's a two-wheel drive tractor, raise your tractor up and change the tire right there on the side of the road. It will work. And I liked it. I thought it worked pretty good. I just wish I had the instruction manual. And I'm sure I will get the instruction manual. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And do not forget, and just try it. If you don't like it, it doesn't hurt to try it. It isn't cheap, but if you've got tires that the tread are pretty well worn off and you just don't have quite the money to buy a brand new set of tires, you throw this stuff in there, www.tiresealant.nl, throw that in there and give it a shot. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Nothing. You might get an extra month or two or even another year out of your tire until it's just so shot that you have to replace it. But anyways, I've even had dry rotten tires that looked like you put air in them, they go down just as fast as they go down. Jack the thing up, put the stuff in there, run the tractor around and around and around, and I still run the tires today, 3 years later. Anyways, thanks. I'm just telling you how it made me feel, like I was riding with Elton John. It was creepy. But anyway, with that being said, Elton John makes good music. So I went with these tires because it is wetter than, 16-year-old girl on her first date. And I can't float through that. So I had to have the 710-70R38 by Trelleborg. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, they are made in the U.S. of A. United States of America made tires. Thank goodness for that. I know I saw it on here someplace, and I know I've showed it before that it is a USA tire. I have these on the 7530, and they work really, really well. So about a week ago, there was a fellow here by the name of Brom, and Mr. Brom is the Tire Jack guy, and I will throw his card and website up there for all of Europe. So if you're interested in Tire Jack, Europe is the way to go. And then this company here brought me this beautiful Tire Jack, or this Tire Jack thing, kind of like Tire Jack, but Track Jack. And you can contact him there. This thing works really pretty good. The hardest part about it is that they didn't give us an instruction manual, but we figured it out kind of, sort of, and there it is. So I'm gonna do a little more video of it and what it will do and what it does, and if you get a flat tire, just throw that bitch under there and drive home. So it's cool. Okay.
88, 91, 92, 92.
It's going to be effing hot. We got to make sure the air conditioners all work. All right, Mr. Tim, this is the Track Jack. This is how it works. It takes the weight from the lifting power of the 2-point or 3-point hitch, and it cantilevers it from those two wheels. You can start this thing up, raise it up a little bit, and then I want you to drive forward on those wheels. So if you've got flat tires and you want to move this thing around a little bit, you just a little other way. Okay, so so now he's completely off the ground. Put in four-wheel drive. Put her in four-wheel drive. And you see the little wheels going. You can move your tractor any which way you want it to go. Come on back. On those wheels, on hard surface, completely off the ground makes it a lot safer and easier to jack it up. So if you're changing a lot of tires, even out in the field, you can put a piece of wood underneath that and raise the whole thing up. And he just sets her down. Set her all the way down, Tim.